Okay. Okay, I'm live. I am going to see if we can hear me. I'm going to see if we can hear me. Let me see if the microphone is going live. Let's see. Sorry for the wait. I just got to see if we're hearing my microphone. I'll make a swiper. Live now. Okay, does everybody hear me? Does everybody hear me? Okay, it's good. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Raynel Martinez. I'm gonna have to get a little over here. All right, get a little over here. So this is Movie Schlub Script Club. We're gonna do Script Club a little bit differently. I don't have much to talk about for Script Club. This is wow. I don't have much to talk about for Script Club today because we had Orbital, we had Let's Go Again last time, and then we had I guess I'm saying and I want to look directly into the broadcasting lens. I'm writing something now. I started writing something last night and it was pretty cool, and I don't want to hold myself back from talking to you, the audience, and this may seem a little boring, my Puma. This may seem a little boring. But it's going to take a while. It's probably going to take maybe years before I get 2 or 3 people in here because nobody knows my broadcasting. But I want to talk about, let me go to my best place to find my movies. All right, so here we go. We're going to talk, I guess we'll talk, I'll put it in the live chat. Come in. Enjoy. Okay. So yeah. So here we go. Let's not go to Script Club, but let's talk about something going on in the news. The John Campea. If you guys don't know, I kind of want to get down a little. There we go. There. So if you guys don't know, John Campea, I think can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's not really going up. Oh man. The audio doesn't really. Hello. The audio. Okay. Audio is not. Audio went bad. I think. Audio went bad. Okay. Sorry for the wait. This is how it is when you're new. So I'm gonna put. Let me pick something to talk about. Let's pick something to talk about. This has been a very boring stream. I guess I'll pick something to. Pick something to talk about. I'll say thank you. Yeah, it's taking a while. All right. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna do strip club. We're not gonna do strip club. I'm gonna try to get a little more comfortable talking into the. It's better when I don't have anything in front of me and I just go. So here we go. John Campea. If you don't know who John Campea is, for years, I think for 2, 4, 5 years, he's been on more than that. He's been on YouTube doing what I do, which is a live show. And he does it with a studio, so he has everything built in. He's not just using the direct webcam like I am as an amateur, But John Campea, he's very good. He didn't take as long as I took to get ready and do everything I have to do. Doesn't say he's confident. This is very I have a lot to improve. Guys, bear with me. I'm Renel Martinez. I have a lot to go to get into. I have a lot of work I gotta do. I want to take a pause and I want to talk about the fact that John Campea got rid of Rob Meyer Burnett. So a lot of you are probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with Script Club? Well, we're going to talk about it now. There was a movie that Robert Meyer Burnett mentioned that involved cool creatures and stuff and fighters and creature versus fighter. We'll just call it that. And I can't really talk too much about it because I'm trying to pitch it now. But he mentioned something in his movie review, or something, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use that for, not that I don't want to credit the person who came up with it there. I just didn't hear their name, and as I've been trying to contact them, they don't tell me the name of the person. But definitely, I can't really talk about it. It's really cool. It's a really cool premise. It's basically like a cowboys kind of aliens kind of thing. Like, you know how there's cowboys versus aliens? It was kind of like that. It wasn't cowboys versus aliens, but it was like cowboy aliens, something like that. Something versus something. So it was pretty cool. Rob Meyer Burnett, I gotta stop saying and I'm gonna go a little slower. I'm gonna get a little more comfortable. Get a little more comfortable here by myself. Rob Meyer Burnett does a really great job on the John Campea show. Now, the reason he does such a great job is because he was a producer and he loves Star Trek. I honestly think that John Campea, while he's getting rid of him, there was a lot of controversy in that John Campea got rid of Robert Meyer Burnett. Now, Robert Meyer Burnett and him are going to still work on stuff together, but something I feel like something's holding me back. I guess I'm gonna have to say that unlike, but Robert Meyer Burnett is no longer going to be doing the afternoon shows like I'm doing now around this time, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Robert Meyer Burnett is not going to be doing the live shows. He's going to be doing his own channel like I'm doing. And unlike me, he actually has a following. Unlike me, I'm going to be doing Script Club, which I'll get into here. Yeah, and like. Is there? I wonder. Well, let me see how I can. Let me just try to figure and like. How do you stop saying and like? I guess it's easier if you just are reading something or taking your time. There's nothing wrong with saying and like, but it's like like, and Screen Fiends has a guy on there that does the same thing, and he's pretty cool. But shout out to Eric Weber, Midnight Movie Talk, Screen Fiends, John Campea Show. Those are the ones I'm trying to be like. My goal is to get 300,000 subscribers with about 2 to 12,000 views a day, or in a video about 13,000 views, but in a day about 12,000 views, 4,000 views a day in 300,000 subscribers. And I'm going to do maybe 30 videos a month, maybe one every day of Script Club, and we'll go into it. So about 30 videos and take one day off. So that's my goal. And I started here, and let's talk about that John Campea thing. John Campea, I think he's really cool. It's easy for everyone to hate him now. I think a lot of people are hating on him now. A lot of people are hating on John Campea because he's becoming kind of a shill in that he's always talking good things about movies, but he says it in a positive way. He's the type of person that says, I can't sell you the car for all this money, but you can get a car more affordable over here. Why don't you come over here, get a car more affordable? He's kind of like that guy. He doesn't just say, hey, I'm not going to sell you. You suck. You didn't pay me any money, blah, 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 blah. No, he kind of knows that he doesn't want Robert Meyer Burnett because his opinion is a little more direct and honest. And John's honest too, but you could tell he's got a wife and he's got bills to pay and he's finally gotten kids and everyone watching him and Marvel really pays the bills for him. So you can tell he's not trying to be more. John Campea is not trying to be a problem. So now, as we saw that for 10 minutes, the next I'm going to go for 29 minutes, so 19 more minutes. 19 more minutes. I'm going to try to always go for 30 to 29 minutes. So I'm sorry for all the beginning and the hoopla and that is a pad back there, and there's a dog over here. But I'm going to get a better background. I know I'm giving excuses. I'm gonna, when we want it now. Got to give me some time because I've never done Google Live, YouTube Live. And I have no idea whether this is having lag or anything, but I know I've just put come and enjoy, and these videos, they might as well just be recorded and edited. Maybe I could do that. But I like the live feeling, and I need to get comfortable, and I would love to have people coming in. So let's talk about the scripts. I'm writing a script now. Last night I stayed up all night, and I usually get insomnia because I am more of a Omega hyper, even though I'm Omega swiper. I'm Omega hyper. I'm very hyper in midnight movie talk. I'm very hyper with my diagnosis. That's like Kanye West's, which you know, and I come off as a brown, little Latino brown kid. Puedo hablar español. Yo hablo español. Yo soy Latino. Soy Latino. And as I've just spent 11 minutes, I'm going to get to 29 minutes with this. I don't know what movie we can think of to do for Script Club, because we had Orbital and there's no gaining on that front. I didn't hear from Tom Cruise. I didn't hear from his people. I didn't hear from anyone based on Orbital, whether they want to use it or even how we would film in a space station, that there are two space stations and somebody's been hurt or killed. I don't know if we would film that in space or on Earth or what we would do. But there's already a movie called Challenger or Challenge or something. The Challenge. No, not Challenger. Challenger is what happened when I was born. But definitely there's a movie already that was filmed in space. So a woman beat Tom Cruise to being the first actress in space filming. But Tom's going to be the first one for America, I guess, and Hollywood. And it'll be a big budget film. So what can we look at for Script Club? I know I'm not ready with anything, but I have over 200 ideas and log lines ready. I just don't want to be out here being an idiot, giving you every single log line while I don't have anyone in the chat. So if I don't have anyone in the chat and I can't talk about it, I guess we could talk about a new premise, which is where we're going to go and see a new premise. New premise. So we're going to see here. All right, let's look at we're going to look here. It's for something to talk about. I have them. I haven't written anything, so I just be telling you the concept of the plot simply. And some of these are really good, and I want to save money on them. And I'm sorry I got away from the mic. But yeah, let's see. So I'm looking now. I'm going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30 all the way to 251. So cool. All right, now let's see. What would be cool to get into? Pick one here. We're going to just pick one and randomly stop. Okay, we'll do this one. So one of the movies that I want to get into, here's a concept. It's called Magic of the Prequels. And basically it's a story of a man who's hired to remake the Star Wars prequels, and he doesn't know how to do it without stealing from George Lucas. And we go from the idea inception of making the prequels again, rebooting them, remaking them the same way they remade Evil Dead, where they made Evil Dead with Ash, and then they made the one with Jane Levy. And he wonders how he's going to make 3 Star Wars prequels, or even more than 3 Star Wars prequels, and it's known as Magic of the Prequels. And it's a movie that would basically, the main character, we don't have a name, but it would be the actor that I would pick would be Patton Oswalt. So we would pick Patton Oswalt, and he would be able to be in a studio of Disney or Marvel or whoever owns Star Wars at the time will probably not use Disney the name, but say things. And Disney has sold Star Wars, or they still have Star Wars, and they don't know what to do with the prequels. They want to go back and redo them because of all the hate. And George Lucas is either alive or dead, and he has to go back and remake the prequels. And he's a fan, and he's going to do it and make them as good as Lord of the Rings and as even better. So we wonder, what's he going to do with Phantom Menace? What's he going to do with Attack of the Clones? What's he going to do with Revenge of the Sith? What's he going to do? Is he going to go from the birth of Anakin all the way to the death of Anakin? We don't know. But it's about Anakin and Obi-Wan. In the same way they made Obi-Wan on the Disney Plus series, it'll be like that. So it could be a long, long series of, it's a long life of Anakin. So you're going 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Magic of the Prequels. That's one of the movies. And you see the guy really struggling comedy to make the prequels remake. We're not remaking the movie The Prequels. We're showing the guy who has to remake the prequels. So that's one of the movies. Another movie that was Magic of the Prequels. Another movie would be, let's see. All right, let's see here. Well, I guess I I don't want to give this away. It's another Tom Cruise movie. Let's not give away all that. So let's talk about the movie that I was writing last night. So that's what's going to be. We talked about John Campea, 29 minutes. We still got 12 more minutes. So we talked about John Campea, and that I think it would be cool if Robert Meyer Burnett stays on the show, even though we see that he has a little controversy. And it was great. Go to Screen Fiends and see the chats. It's great to talk about John Campea. He's the best. He's number one. He's the number one on this site. I do think he needs Robert Meyer Burnett and I forgot her name. The girl with the glasses, and they need each other. But it shows that it is the John Campea show, so he's smart to keep it going. So movie Schlub, as you can see, I'm kind of schlubbing it. So we saw Magic of the Prequels as one of the movies with Patton Oswalt as the main character. Then the second thing I want to talk about is a movie that is being written right now. I made a movie that I was writing the first. Oh, wow, the lighting is coming in and out. And I really do want to apologize. You're giving me your time. I'm not trying to be lazy. I have to really learn how to get this live going. And I can see why no one is in here and why 0 people are watching. I've got 0 views, 0 guests. I keep saying that, I know. But when I really see why, it's because I'm not promoting and I'm not doing anything out of this world. I'm just kind of going live. So, yeah. But so the movie so far, that's 1, 2, 3, 6 plus 3, 9. Yeah, from last time it was Orbital, Let's Go Again, Not Quite Human, Magic of the Prequels, and now we're going to talk about the movie I was writing, which I think it's called. I kind of nicknamed it Night Feature. New night feature. So I was a new night in the feature. So basically, here's the story that I was, and I've got till 29 minutes. So I've got 10 more minutes. and I'm only going to go for 30 minutes. I'm only going to go for 30 minutes because I could go for 2-3 hours. I'm not going to. No one's going to watch 2-3 hours of this. 30 minutes is good enough. So the one thing I want to talk about is the movie that I was writing last night, where my character is basically was me. So I want to talk about this. When you're writing a movie, because I've written a couple movies, I haven't sold any, and I haven't really written the best of screenplays. But if you're going to write a movie, the best thing you can do is have great characters, and another thing you can do is just take your time writing it. Don't rush unless you're on a deadline and you're on a TV show. And even then, when those people will write something, they have multiple people writing, so they can. A writer's room is not written by one writer, but there are some writers who do like True Detectives. They write the whole thing, but they have so much time beforehand. So don't rush. So we're going to talk about a show, Cool Wednesday, but we're going to talk about my script. So the first thing you should do is don't rush. I'm writing using Beat on an iMacs, on all Macs. I use all Mac. I don't use Windows anymore. I don't use Windows or Microsoft or anything. I only use Microsoft. It's maybe PowerPoint, but I'm only using Mac. And Beat software is free. You can use it. It'll help you. The movie that I'm writing, I'm trying to figure out what it's going to be about, and I do have a pretty cool premise. It's basically like a plane hijacking. It's about a plane being hijacked, but it's not done by terrorists. It's done by I won't say. It's not done by terrorists. So who would so the question is plane hijacking. Who, and I got 8 minutes. Who would hijack an airplane? And for why? For what reason? And in this case, they're using it to crash and kill themselves. Yes, but it's not terrorists. It's whiter people. Their skin is whiter. They're not sand. I'm not going to say that word, but they're not sand liver. I would say liver, not like people who live in the sand in the desert. So livers, I said liver, living in the sand areas. This is people who are basically normal people, and they try to get the plane and hijack it. But we see it from the perspective of a guy who's talking to a girl. So this guy goes on a dating app, meets the girl, and then she's using her phone and she's on the airplane and he's helping her, and she's the main. She's like the second main character. He's like the main first character. One of the terrorists, one of the people who are the terrorists, is the third main character. And that's kind of what I'm writing now. So I've got 6 minutes to talk about it. The problem with this story, which I'm thinking of calling, so far we'll call it New Night Feature, tentative title, plane hijacking. The problem with this feature is that it starts with a character who's me, basically. They would be played by me, and he's kind of this creepy, he kind of likes the girl because he's a little creepy. Follows her. They talk to each other as she's in her Uber and gets to the airplane. And then it's kind of exciting in the beginning, and then you see some couple weird things in the first. I've only written about 9 or 8 pages, but by the 9th page, there comes a point where you're like, why isn't the girl disconnecting from the conversation? Like you, where you're seeing me and I'm going live. Why aren't you like, okay, this is taking too long. This is taking too long. Get to it. So the problem with writing a script like this is that it could be really the premise is really great, a plane hijacking. But the problem is we're not seeing it from the perspective of the audience. The audience is like you right now at home in the comfort of your home. So we haven't established, and my problem is I haven't established the characters' names are Martez, Montes. His name is Montes. I gotta say in Spanish, Montes, Anna, and Avery. So these are the 3 characters, and Avery is with a group of his own guys, and they're going to hijack the plane and they're going to crash it. But here's the problem: they're in what I would say is the United States, and they're trying to get to another country. So I devote a lot of time and energy to seeing him just using apps, doing nothing and waiting for this girl. He's waiting for her to pop up on an app, which is kind of this new kind of like Instagram, kind of new kind of Instagram, where he just kind of goes in and he's like, she popped up. Let me go and talk to her. and she's broadcasting, and he goes in and starts talking to her, and but it's more intimate. There's nobody but just him and her, and I didn't establish why. I think that's the biggest problem. Like, the characters are interesting, it's all cool, the premise is awesome, and I've got I'll go maybe till 35 minutes. So the premise is cool in this night feature, but it didn't. One of the problems is it's just like a lot like the movie Cell Phone or Cellular with Chris Evans. It's a lot like Cellular in that, but this time the cellular is an iPhone, and you're video conferencing. You're basically live streaming. You're in real time. So a lot of it is going to be like, as a person who watches a lot of movies, you know that when you do something, my dad is a perfect example where he's like, hay mucho hablando, no están haciendo nada, which means there's too much talking, nothing is going on. Where's the action? Get to something. And this is my dad, who's just a basic average moviegoer who's watched movies like Collateral and with Tom Cruise or Mission Impossible, and he loves those movies as they're in Spanish. So as I was thinking about my movie is basically about a guy who is really creepy, because as I was seeing that, I was not creepy that I'm going to hurt anybody, but I was creepy that I was kind of looking through Instagram and said, there's a lot of beautiful girls, and I was single. And I said, man, I'm kind of creepy in the way that I talk to them, leaving kind of really explicit messages. And sometimes the girls smile, and other times the girls are creeped out. So I started realizing I wanted to take that and go, well, what if I talk to a girl, and the girl that I had in mind is an actress? She's the girl from A Million Little Things, not the white daughter, but the girl who played the musician. The I think her name's I think her name is Anna too. That I called her Anna. She's an Asian girl who was basically taking drugs with the husband, and she was taking drugs, and she was trying to teach. He was helping her produce an This is not my idea. This is the TV show A Million Little Things on ABC, but he was trying to produce an album of hers, and the girl was she's very beautiful. She's amazing on Instagram. I'll say her name next time I do a stream, and I'm gonna probably get to 29 minutes. I'll get to 29. So yeah, the problem with this story is that it just doesn't go anywhere. It's like we're waiting for the hijacking, and that's the exciting thing. And then we wonder what's going to happen with the hijacking. Why are they going to be on the phone with this guy? Who is this guy that we need to be talking to him like me? Like, why would you be talking to me? But I wanted to have that they're on the phone, a hijacking is going on, he's seeing it, and it's not on the television. There's nothing on the television. He's not calling the TV. He can't find out from the TV where he turns it on. Hijacking, people in the airplane, da, da, da. They don't talk about it. But we know that it's about what goes on. We kind of wonder, is the girl going to die? As we think about it as a writer now, we think, well, if I plot it out, does the girl and the guy Avery and Anna die, or does our phone guy save them? Is he recording this stuff? Is he like, what's going on? And we realize that I kind of realize that at some point it would be, to go there, we have to show that the plane crashes and that he was talking to them and trying to save them. But where's that movie? So he didn't stop the hijacking, and this is a very rough preliminary pitch right now. But I know we need the character that's like me. We need the girl that he's trying to flirt and have sex with, and then the way he meets Avery is that she kind of puts her phone in her purse and doesn't it kind of butt dialing. She kind of leaves it stream dialing. She kind of leaves it on, and he just sits there waiting like a stalker. Like, oh, she because if he gets off, she has to wait till she gets back on. This is like what the app does. It's a dating one, so it's not Instagram where everybody can go in and chat and it's a big deal. And we wonder, why isn't she going on Instagram where she can broadcast? Why is she broadcasting to me? Why is she with this guy? And we realize that's kind of the thing. It's like saying, well, why am I in a chat room right now chatting with a person on a chat when I could go on Instagram or go on WhatsApp or go somewhere else or go to Facebook or do something else or go on live? And as I talked about this, and I'll probably go to 35 minutes, as I said, um, that I know that I'm right. I want to create this. Maybe we could say this kind of exists in 2007, but that doesn't work because there's no phone that does this. So it exists today in 2023, but there's an app, and it's for women. And he kind of finds one in a store. He finds women all over, and it finds women in the area. But you can only when they're online or they're broadcasting, and you have to come in and talk to them. You can't text them. You can't. You only video chat, and they go okay, and you go in. It kind of and you go in. That'd be cool to make that noise. And it goes in, and you're in, and you goes, and you're in, and you're talking like, hello, hey, what's up? How's it going? And it shows that it's like the TikTok of dating, where it's like instead of just scrolling, and that would be cooler if maybe he could scroll through and go into every live, but that's not the case. It's built to girls in your area. So I just kind of invented an app but it's basically what Instagram and TikTok do, but it's one-on-one, and only the girl can broadcast, and you have to go in, and she has to accept. No, she doesn't accept. She already accepts all people, but you can swipe or cancel at any time each other. So yeah, but it's a dating app. I think I was going to call it Esha, ESHA. Esha was the dating app. And that's it. I don't know. I just feel like that would be cool that he finds a girl and he sees that she's kind of on her way to the airport, and one girl's in a store and he's like, hey, you're in CVS, could you get condoms so we could fuck? And she's like, fuck you, and all this stuff. And then suddenly you see that um the girl that's going her way to the airport, she kind of sits next to a guy, and then he takes the phone into the bathroom and talks to the guy. He's nervous because he's about to hijack. So it's cool. That was cool. That feeling of it's not Instagram. He's not going, hey, I'm on Instagram. I'm trying to get likes. I'm trying to get followers. This is about personal. This is about people who are lonely and want to have a one-on-one intimate time with one another. But of course it's like Instagram Live. It's basically Instagram Live without the chat feature or the chatting feature, and you have to come in and talk, as I said, live streaming. So basically date streaming. It's pretty cool, and I think that would be a really great app to build. If anybody's out there trying to build one, just give me my damn money and Isha. But I think I didn't know. I don't know if it was a paid for subscription, but I know you have to subscribe. You have to subscribe with your name, and you can get kicked off the service. And I know that you can pay more money for more to go to find certain hours. I think certain hours of the day you have to pay specific money to use it, or on weekends or certain like that. And it's really cool. Wow, I'm getting an erection here. Oh, I'm getting a little erection. Oh, crazy. So I'm sorry I said I'm gonna get an erection. That's for the kids. I'm sorry, But cause I'm thinking of the girl, right? She's beautiful. But anyway, so that's what it's 35 minutes ago, 3 minutes. So that's the movie. I was called it New Night Feature. I know it's a terrible title. Hijack would be a better title. Hijack, or yeah, and you kind of, and I have a reason why they hijacked the plane and what they're trying to crash the giant airplane into, which is a little bit stupid. I was like, really? They're gonna hijack the plane, all that for this? And oh, I see, they're trying to do this for this, and that's gonna create this, and then the hijack with that. So it's really cool and exciting. But like I said, my character, the character that I'm basing me off of, the blogger, the kid at home, we're talking to the beautiful Asian girl. First of all, she's Asian. What's she doing going to this country? What's this kid doing? Why is no one speaking that language on the flight? How many people are on the flight? All these things we got to think about. But other than that, we have a pretty cool concept. So we have Magic of the Prequels, which is a guy, Patton Oswalt, right now doing the unthinkable, remaking the prequels trilogy to make it better. Then there's the dating app Hijack movie, and it just called it Hijack. And that's I think I had the movie that I'm thinking of, the creature versus fighter movie, a fighter fighting a creature, a cowboys kind of aliens movie, like a big alien and a cool fighter. You basically think Ryu versus giant alien creature. Ryu versus giant alien creature. So they're basically cool. So yeah, and that's about it. 35. I'm at 35 minutes. Like I said, so I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do next time talking about because I'm new to this. I'm new, but I don't think next time I'll talk about movie news and stuff. But I do want to say I'll get a little more because I'm actually intrigued. The plane hijack movie is really cool. I just don't know. As a writer, you kind of know I don't want to do any movie bullshit. I don't want to do movie bullshit where it's like, oh, he got like there are times he disconnects from the phone she disconnects from the service, and only when she gets back on the service does he go, oh, she's back on. Boom, I'm going to talk to her. And I would like to know what I think a lot of people are going to wonder. Well, why isn't she on the phone talking to the FAA, or why is she talking to this guy? And that's something that I kind of haven't figured out. Why would me, a boring cell phone person at home, she talks to him as she's on her way to the airport, she talks to him, she puts her phone away, she's kind of, it's bullshit, it's movie bullshit, and I'm gonna do it that way. It's a movie bullshit, but I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, why doesn't she go into Instagram live? There's so many viewers, would she be so famous? Or so I have to. We don't. I think it's a lot of it's because we don't own Instagram and we don't own those apps, and I'm not going to create one. So that's it. But yeah, that's what I got so far. Those are the scripts. So like I said, so the concept of Magic of the Prequels, a man decides to remake the prequels without George Lucas's blessing or the fans' blessing, hoping to make better movies, but not having any clue how to do it. Then there's a man goes into a dating app to talk to a girl who's in an airplane, and she encounters terrorism all the way up there, thousands of feet up in the air and in the airplane. And I didn't write it. I didn't write this plot down yet, but you know what I'm saying. Then the plane will obviously, I think that's the thing. I think the plane is going to crash, and we have to wonder, is my character going to go, oh my God, it crashed. Oh God, oh God, oh God, it crashed. Like, am I going to cry? What am I going to do? Because it's got to be like Chris Evans Cellular, where you're like, you get so invested. What if I just do something funny where it's like, it crashed, it's stupid, and I hang up, and now I try to be famous? That would be more realistic. Someone going, oh my God, these people died, but I'm just trying to be famous. I'm just trying to be famous now. I was trying to get laid. Now I'm trying to be famous. And there's really no villain here. Who's the hero? Who's the villain? So, but it's a cool premise to work out. It's definitely going to change. And I think we'll go with that. I'm going to keep writing it. I'm going to stop now. We'll keep writing it. And I should write it while you're here, because this has been a kind of conversation about scripts. And trust me, you might think I don't have other stories. I have thousands of other stories. This is the one I was just working on last night, and I had 8 pages. So let me read it. Let's read it. Let's go through the pages that I got, because this is going to change so drastically. Oh, I don't even know if I showed you my password. All right. Okay, but it's a laptop. It's not my password for me. All right. Okay. I'm gonna read. I called it New Night Thatcher. Thatcher. Thatcher's cool. Feature Thatcher. New Thatcher. Okay. So here's what I'm going to read. I'm going to read it, and it's probably going to go on for an hour now. Yeah, probably go an hour. So, interior sea. The sea is murky. It looks empty, but suddenly a diver. It is yellow suit at submarine. Well, not at sub. Okay, this is bad writing already. Wow. Let's start again. Interior sea. The sea is murky. It looks empty, but suddenly a diver. It is a yellow suit at. I put submarine level. This is the man underwater. So it's not at. I put submarine level. This is the man underwater. So it's not submarine level. A person can't go submarine level just for what this is. This is stupid. But okay, look, he's underwater, man underwater. So suddenly we look at his face underwater. Our man's head and face. It's quiet and he's breathing. He gets closer to the metal trap and sees it is empty. Man underwater grabs the metal trap and goes to the land. It's a crab trap, by the way. He takes off his scuba gear. He pulls out his iPhone and records himself. This area doesn't have any food at all today. What a bust. I need to not come back here. The man takes his stuff and folds it down on the sand. He sees in the distance the horizon. He carries the crab trap and his underwater gear with him. Moments later, we are with him. He stands at a bus stop. The bus stop is around many houses. It's not a bus stop in a crowded city. After 45 minutes of waiting, a bus comes to him. He is tired. The bus opens its door, and inside the bus driver is a black man. The man gets on and pays. He is tired and goes to the back of the bus. He walks his way into his small home. He comes inside. It's a two-bedroom with a living room. There is no car in the driveway. Suddenly we are quiet. Nothing is happening. The house looks like someone just moved in. Everything points to a single person living there, but suddenly, little girl is there on her iPad. She has been there all day, by herself. She's in middle school, 7th grade. Neither of them say hello to each other, as it would be in life when kids who know the person coming in the house wouldn't talk to each other. Hours later, as they sleep, he awakes and takes some money out of a basic ATM in his room. He has an ATM in his bedroom, but it's from 2014 and not stolen, though the audience will think it's stolen, and this guy's a thief. He is taking money out. In case you wonder, the ATM holds only $7,000 left inside in cash. Interior bedroom. It's nighttime and he is up waiting for someone. The 7th grade girl is asleep now. He is looking at videos online YouTube. He has no reply on his text message from a girl named Betty. He goes on his app for dating. He decides to go on the pages for 30-year-old singles at bar. He gets a match. Girl on the app. Hello there, come and see me, I'll wait. The man with the underwater gear logs out fast, shy, and feeling scared. He looks at other girls, none are accepting offers. They are with friends and guys are with them now. Feeling alone, he decides he can't go anywhere this late and wants to, but has no car. He sees photos of the girl. Betty isn't answering and is working at night. Suddenly, he sees another girl on the app. It's a very beautiful woman, 33. She is at a CVS. Now we know his name, Martez. Hello. Hello. The woman's in the aisle. She's a woman in the aisle of CVS. They're on the phone talking to each other, seeing each other. Woman on the aisle. Hello. Can you get some condoms for a dick this big? He pulls out a dildo and shows her 10-inch cock. Seriously, what the fuck? Your dick is small, you fucking creep. Fuck off. She X's him out with a swipe. He gets back in with his account. He is blocked from her. He can't talk to her. Martez, our underwater man, decides to look on the app like a stalker predator, but he finds other women. He spends the night going in and out of profiles. Finally, he sees a girl in a taxi. Woman in taxi. This is our character. Finds other women. He spends the night going in and out of profiles. Finally, he sees a girl in a taxi. Woman in taxi. This is our character that will possibly die in the hijacking. Hello. Hello. He stays quiet and wonders what he will bring out whether he will bring out the big dildo again. Then realizes he better just try and be normal. You going to leave already? Where are you headed? I can guess it. Guess? Guess, I guess, then, yeah. I guess you are going to leave the States. Europe? No, try again. I don't know. You going somewhere like New Orleans? Wrong. I'm going to somewhere cold. Martez is in trouble. Now he wants to talk about sex. This is not going to work and it creeps girls out. So he decides he will log out on the girl. But then something stops him. He decides he's going to lie now. I'm on my way to the airport right now. I'm meeting with my girlfriend. We have been separate for months. They know each other's names because it's in their username. You have a girlfriend? That's not good. It's okay. We are both polyamorous. Polyamorous means that you're open to outside people. Really? Anna changed in tone. She isn't interested in him anymore. He can tell. She decides to just wait this one out. She too is looking for someone. I get jealous sometimes. She doesn't like. No, wait, here it is. I didn't put a comma. See how bad? This is terrible. First draft. Horrible pages. And we're on page 4, so it's been 4 minutes. I get jealous sometimes. She doesn't with me, though. She doesn't get jealous with me. Want to make her jealous? Looks like it's dead. The girl is looking outside her taxi. After a while, he wonders what to say. Then it dawns on him. You have a good flight. Gotta go. I hear pilots are not getting paid, so it's usually scary to fly with cheap-ass airlines. Anna looks at him like, what are you even saying? I don't understand. Well, if a pilot flies, they are not supposed to be stressed about money and paying rent. You want them focused on a good flight. I see. The plane does have an autopilot. Anna ends up rambling about a story, real intelligent. Uh huh, Martez says. Martez doesn't say anything during her tangents. He has dreaded this. This girl is not getting magnetism with him. It's a conversation between strangers. Anna finally makes it to the airport. Martez decides he will see this through like a night. It happens, he stays on, knowing damn well this app is filled with interactions and he can get it anytime. Anna is going one place. Talk to another cute boy. Anna smiles. Sure, thanks. Martez decides to ask finally. So I got to get ready for my taxi. All right. It was nice chatting with you. Anna's phone goes in their bag. Martez was horrible knowing he has no game, but smiles as she didn't log out of the app. She's still broadcasting, and the phone is in her purse. She's like butt dialing. Now things seem really strange. He hears lots of nothing, but she's still logged into his call. She is away from the call. He realizes he has nothing better to do. He's not even in love with this girl. He's just tired of asking to fuck, getting nowhere. The guy charges his phone and he keeps seeing that he is going to cut off the chat and swipe away. He doesn't. He really wants to be a stalker predator. Maybe she likes him and didn't want to hang up on the call either. It's an obscene amount of time to do nothing. He needs to use his phone. Suddenly he hears Hannah. Hello, I think my phone is still on. Martez doesn't talk. Then he sees she is on the plane. It's very cute of him, but he gets shy now and knows she is busted. Hey, Anna, you on the flight? Anna ignores him as she's on the plane. This was a long time that we saw them going through all this. And as you can see, before I'm going to take a little pause here, you can see that this is a lot of like waiting. A girl that he just met, she's random, but we go through this with people that we care about on stalking kind of YouTube way. There are people that you go through in your life. You're like, hey, this person that I see that I liked it for a second and something, and you stay with it because you don't want to just keep going to new everybody every day, because then everybody would go into a YouTube all the time and go to hundreds of YouTube lives, which is what this kind of is. This app is kind of like every YouTube live of a girl, and she talks to you. So here we go. Hey, Anna. So we go, this is very cute of him, but he gets shy now and he is busted. Hey, Anna, you on the flight? Anna ignores him, didn't even hear it, then looks at him and smiles. Hello? Anna is sitting next to a handsome Ukraine boy. Martez wonders if it's her boyfriend. If it is, he's going to be a loser with no life and try and make him jealous. Martez wonders what happens now. The camera is covered. She is covering it with her hands. Martez then sees the guy. Who is this? I was talking with Anna. Avery says something to him in a weird way. The man that she's sitting next to in the plane, this is the guy who's going to hijack with other guys on the plane. And now you see that he sees him. This is basically the villain kind of anti-hero. He's kind of like he's kind of like a Dr. Octopus in No Way Home to Peter Parker. So Avery says something to him in a weird way. Can you please stay on the phone? Don't hang up. Martez feels weird. Yeah, sure. Avery goes to the bathroom. Do you mind if I use the bathroom? Anna is saying she wants her phone. Anna takes her phone. Are you okay? Are you okay? Avery's in the bathroom on the toilet. Martez has nothing better to do. So he asks, hey man, can you just like talk to me? Get my mind off flying? Why? You don't like flying? No. Well, it's really safe, Where is your flight even going? I was talking to that girl, Anna. She's pretty, right? Stay on, please. Avery leaves the phone in the bathroom. It's tucked away. Martez decides to be in bed. His phone in the bathroom is tucked away. Martez decides to be in bed. His charger plugged in. Martez knows nothing about this phone call. He is going to swipe, but another young man comes in. He starts speaking Ukrainian in the bathroom. Martez doesn't know what to say. He wonders what to do. Martez stays quiet. Avery answers the phone and looks at him, then logs off. That's it. All that and no sex. All that, no payoff. It's what Martez thinks. He is done. Martez goes to go to the app and looks at other girls. Girl in a nightclub. See how it kind of goes somewhere else, but it's going to go back? Girl in a nightclub. Hello? Hello. Martez decides to ask her, is there any way you can find someone you just spoke with on here? Why? The girl goes inside and the noise is loud. I can't hear you. You can't hear me? Martez suddenly sees Anna show up again. He exits out and goes to her profile. She answers him. Hello again. What happened? I got off the plane. I can see that. I need to get another flight. Martez sees Avery off the flight. Avery comes over and she disconnects the call. That's it. The same as before, he decides to look for Anna. After so much waiting, he decides to check out the airport she is at. On Google, not that he's checking it out that he's really going there. He's at home. He hears a knock at the door. Wait a minute. It's Milana. Who's Milana? She has a pizza for him, gives him a slice. Then he closes the door. He stays on the app and nothing. He goes over and knocks on Milana's door. You using the dating app? Yeah, I talked with the girl. We hit it off. She's on a plane. What should I say? I don't know. Just be interested, but don't say anything weird. Oh, yeah, I'm not a weirdo. I know how to talk to women. That's the joke of the movie. Milan and him eat pizzas and she sees her iPad. Then he goes back in his room. He decides to look at videos on cars. He sees a car dealership. See how all of this is about getting away realistically from I'm on my computer, I'm talking to someone. Wait, I got things to do. Da, 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 da. Not, oh my God, the hijacking is happening immediately. We don't know what's going to happen. Only the trailers will give it away. But as we wait and watch, we're like, what is this? What's kind of intriguing? What is going on with this app? We're going down a rabbit hole. So, okay. So he decides to look at videos on cars. He sees a car dealership. The night is getting boring. Looks like it's over for now. Martez decides to take a shower. See? More stuff to fill it up. He finishes showering and turns on his smart TV. He puts on a free site and watches a sci-fi show he is behind on. After binge watching several episodes, he decides to look up Anna again and she's off. Martez decides to fall asleep again. Interior hotel hours earlier. By the hotel lobby is Anna. She sits on her phone. She puts her phone away when her date arrives. He is Asian like her. They speak to each other about cool music in their language. They go in the room. Anna is embarrassed, but she pulls out her phone and calls her mother. So that is 9 minutes of the script. We'll call it Thatcher. Thatcher sounds cool. Thatcher, Isha, hijack, plane hijack, Thatcher. Well, let's call it Project Thatcher. Thatcher. And that's it. So I'm gonna sign off because it's been an hour. But as you can see, there's a dog barking. It's really annoying. That's it. So yeah. So I'll talk about it next time I come on. But as you can tell, I like that all of that felt real. A guy trying to go in the chat. The dog's barking. I'm sorry. The dog, my neighbor's dog. But all of that felt real. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you guys. Give me some feedback. Which no one's gonna give me feedback. You're just gonna have to watch. Please don't steal anything. It's all gonna be recorded, and I'm gonna get paid for it no matter what. So give credit to the writer. So that's it. And that's all.